Since we're taking a look at some Metal Gear minigames, I thought we'd go back to Metal Gear Solid 2 Substance to take a look at the somewhat infamous skateboard minigame. Now, what a lot of people don't know is this actually was a demo for a game called Evolution Skateboarding. The only time you can even see reference to that is at the bottom of the screen right now. It's not really presented as a demo, it's just sort of presented as a weird, contextless skateboarding mode. Let's enter. We can choose between Snake and Raiden. They have their own little stage and missions. We're just going to do Snake's. And you can see we're on the big shell, or at least a recreation of it. If you pick Raiden, he has the high-frequency blade with him. So I like to think this is the canonical sequel to Metal Gear Solid 2. This is what happens right after the game. You can see we've got some missions. Score 8,000 points, find the hidden item, grind 150 meters, collect 4 dog tags, destroy all 3 uninhabited probes. We've also got this sweet remix of the Metal Gear theme. By uninhabited probes, it's referring to the gun ciphers, and blow up the plant. So I'm going to give this a couple tries. I can complete all the missions, but I'm actually not the best at skateboarding games. I was not a Tony Hawk kid growing up, unfortunately. And from what I've been told, this is kind of just a pretty direct clone of Tony Hawk's Pro Skater, but a little more jank. That said, it seems pretty responsive, so maybe at some point I'll take a look at that series. And I'd like to take an extended look at Evolution Skateboarding itself in the future, because it seems pretty interesting. Up here is the hidden item. Not very hidden. And we've got to destroy this gun cipher. They can shoot back at you, so you gotta be... Yep, there it goes. Gotta be a little careful. So this, although it is clearly Big Shell inspired, it's a little different. This looks like the connecting bridge to the shell core. But this building is not square, it's still hexagonal. And you can see we've got IR sensors and Semtex, because even the wacky skateboarding minigame, whoops, straight into the Hudson River. Even the wacky skateboarding minigame knows that MGS2, nope, is all about bomb disposal. Alright, let's just jump that gap. And crash right into the wall. Again, I'm not the best at skateboarding games. I did see, I've mentioned Big Sorrow a couple times. Absolute legend at playing everything Metal Gear. Very recently, oh jeez. Very recently, he released a video absolutely styling on this. And I don't think he's ever, you can see the tiles fall out here, much like the Shell 1 core bridge. I don't think he's ever done a video on this before. And of course, he would make one right before I decide to. Yep, more IR sensors. One more set up here. And of course, the last dog tag. Yep, goodbye shell core. And the last gun cipher is next to us as well. The strut we're on currently also seems to be based on strut E, because there is a heliport as well as those stairs. So it's, again, it's not exactly the big shell. But funny enough, it is the most connected version of the big shell that you can actually explore. Everything else in MGS2 was just a series of disconnected little hallways and tiny piddly rooms. We're just gonna try to rock to fakie our way to victory here, because like I said, I'm not the best. So if I can get like a couple more here. Yep, there we go. And we're good. It's not too difficult, and your reward for that is unfortunately nothing. There's not like a free mode or anything that you get access to. I really wish there was. We're gonna give it maybe 1 or 2 more goes, because it is genuinely fun. And then I'll take a look at Raiden, just so you can see he's got his own little setup. You can see there is a shell to the right of us that we actually can't access with Snake. As far as I know, even in the retail release of Evolution Skateboarding, there's no, like, full big shell level, which is... well, there we go. Let's use this ramp to try and realign ourselves. Nice Raiden. No, it's nice Snake. Ah, there we go again. You know, let's just retry it. Again, it is quite fun. Most people are familiar enough with this being a thing. But like I said, most people also don't know that it's a demo. From what I understand, Evolution Skateboarding didn't sell that well because it was, again, pretty much just a Tony Hawk clone without Tony Hawk, and I mean, what are you even doing? What are you even doing? That's the reason people play the game, because he's the skateboard man. I guess Solid Snake just, you know, not cool enough compared to Tony Hawk. All these grind rails on the big shell, though, they make me want a Sonic Adventure 2 level. It's the big shell. And again, not that absurd, considering Super Smash Bros. Exists. $50-50 grind. I do love this announcer. Oh, there we go. Now we have to get the other side. It's a very simple jump. I don't know why I flubbed it so much last time. There we go. Yep, you can hear. I think it makes the exact same sound when those fall out. Again, it's cute how accurate this is to Metal Gear Solid 2 in spirit, even though the layout's not exactly the same. Oh, he's criticizing me for my safety first approach. You can also skip that scene. Yeah, I think that the accuracy to the source material is pretty fun. Oh, yep, including that. That happened a lot. Remember? Oh, the memories. The memories of Metal Gear Solid 2, one of the video games for the PlayStation 2 that exists, that you could play if you wanted to. Or you could do what pretty much everyone else does, just watch a video essay and then consider yourself to be an expert on it. I don't recommend that one, but that seems to be the case. And then you talk to someone who has played the game since 2001, and you're like, yeah, people didn't actually... Oh, 420, that's a Solid Snake number. People didn't really like MGS2 when it came out, and people go, what? But the video essay I watched said... And then you're like, yeah, well... Anyway. I can't resist bullying Metal Gear Solid 2. Alright, let's end our run and go take a peek at Raiden. I'm not going to try and necessarily beat his mission. Just take a look at the differences. Again, he gets his own unique strut, his own collectibles. I believe he picks up rations rather than dog tags. Yep, and you can see he's got the high-frequency blade. So, I mean, yeah, this is a sequel. Canonically, this is what happened after the events of MGS2. Whoops! Snake and Raiden were like, alright, let's go save Olga's child. And, oh, there's some cardboard boxes. That's cute. And they infiltrated a replica of the big shell. You can see here's the strut E area. Oh, we have switches now to activate a crane. Mistake? Ah, we have to get them in a certain order, I suppose. I haven't done this one in years. I honestly hadn't done the Snake one in years either. Until deciding to make these. Yeah, you know, they go to rescue Olga's kid, and they find, oh no, someone made a second big shell. Oh, I missed that. But the only way to properly infiltrate is to impress the bosses with 6 skateboard tricks. That's the Metal Gear Solid 3 we never got, you see. And it makes as much sense as anything else. You can see this area is graded off. So I assume there's more to get up here. And I know you can somehow grind... Oh! I don't know what happened there. He just launched off of the skateboard. Oh, Raiden. You are forever a very silly character in a very silly franchise. Oh! No! Yeah, I'm not sure exactly how to get there. Oops. Oh, there's one of the rations. You can see it is just straight up an MGS2 ration. Kinda love that. This maybe is meant to be a take on Strut A, but Strut A didn't have a big structure like this in the center. None of the big shell had a structure like this. So, I don't know. Again, it's overall accurate to the spirit of the game. Oh, there's a ration. Even though the layout itself is not one-to-one. And I think that's, you know... Again, I make the jokes about this being a sequel, but obviously it's meant to just invoke, you know, Raiden falling into the Hudson River. Invoke the ideas, the memes, perhaps, of MGS2. Oh, and there's the hidden item over there. Alright. Let's do one more run as Snake before we say goodbye to the Evolution Skateboarding demo found in Metal Gear Solid 2 Substance. I think the menu just calls it Skateboarding, with just simply no hint or reference to what you're about to get yourself into or anything like that. But we are going to take a quick look at Evolution Skateboarding itself, and you'll see the UI is all identical. It's very clearly... You know, it's not, oh, it's just made on the same engine or whatever. No, it is a demo of a different game. Which Metal Gear has an interesting history with demos. MGS2's demo, of course, came with Zone of the Enders, which caused that game to sell very well in the US. Because people just couldn't resist, they wanted the demo. So they bought an entire different game. And I mean, it makes sense. The PlayStation 2 was new. Everyone had disposable income at the time. It was a very exciting point in history. You know, the new millennium and all that. Then history would repeat itself with the Zone of the Enders HD collection having a Metal Gear Rising demo. Guy Savage was included in MGS3, even though that never went anywhere, but still. I think the Metal Gear series as a collection of video games is a lot more interesting than it is as a collection of narrative themes, and I can't help but bring that up every time MGS2 imagery is beamed directly into my eyeballs, is that this is really a video game series that is fascinating. It's an anomaly, you know, and yeah, it's got story, and it's got, like, jeez, I sound like such a bonehead, where I'm like, yeah, it's got a story, it's got, like, metaphors and whatever, but I think, again, we live in a place in time where a lot of that is overstated. You know, everyone wants to tell you what MGS2 means. No one wants to remind you that the wacky skateboarding mode is a demo for a completely different game that features a whole host of wacky characters and real-life skateboarders too. And I don't know, to me, that's just the more interesting thing. I'm more interested in the video game as a video game than I am for any other reason. So we're almost done here. We've got about 50 seconds left. And, I guess I can skip that to make it go faster. Ugh. I might not end up getting this one. I might still get it. Oh, well, not at this rate. Okay, maybe we've still got it. Like I said, I'm not an expert at skateboarding games. But we still managed to clear all the missions. So yeah, that's it for the weird MGS2 skateboarding mission. That's not even part of MGS2. It's part of a completely different game. But no one really talks about that. I'll see you in the next one when we take a look at Evolution Skateboarding. There's a gorilla in that game. It's true.